Alright, welcome guys. Tonight here in High Gear for round 9 in Bahrain. We are back for High Gear with the next round, and I'm joined by my co-commentator today, Shaq. How are you doing?
I'm okay, thank you. I hope you're doing well as well. And yeah, super excited for this race. Of course, our fastest drivers here in the desert, and the last two races were really, really good. So yeah, I'm hoping this one is going to bring the same amount of action and excitement.
Yeah, we got some exciting races yesterday as well, and the day before in low gear, and we could get another exciting race because Colin, our learner driver in the Ferrari, he could get the high gear title for the drivers already tonight. We're still with 3 rounds left. If he finishes on the podium, he will automatically get the title. If he doesn't finish on the podium, he needs to finish ahead of Smilatla, our Aston Martin car, to clinch the title. So I would say there's a very high chance that we could see Colin get the title today.
Yeah, I think that's going to be very, very interesting. Of course, both really, really fast drivers. I mean, not like in the Aston Martin. If I'm not mistaken, he was the last high gear champion, and
Yeah,
yeah, and Colin in the Ferrari. Of course, he's showed a lot of pace this season and even last season. So it will be an interesting race. But as we saw yesterday, anything can happen around this track. So yeah, they just got to try and keep it on the track and hope for a good result.
yeah, and we did do a practice race on Monday, and then in that race Colin had crashed out of the race, so that's an interesting fact. So not hoping it will be tonight, but maybe just give Colin a little challenge with the Aston Martin cars, or maybe someone outside of. We saw Benter Brennan doing good the last 2 rounds as well, and same can be said about Brent. So see if people can challenge him tonight, and maybe try to get the championship to the next round. But I do think with the gap, he's 138 points ahead at the moment. With that gap, only after these 3 rounds left, I think surely he can't lose it. So it's just a matter of when will he get the title.
Yeah, it's a massive gap, as you say. 321 points to 183 points. So we've got 3 more races left after this race. A lot can happen, but yeah, as you say, Colin is very, very fast, and I think he has the best chance of clinching the title. He's already got like one hand on the title.
Yeah, and if he can win the title tonight, also interesting to see what will happen after that. So if he maybe slow down, I wouldn't say slow down, because why would you slow down? But still, maybe a bit more relaxed driving from him. And we are joined in the chat by Spritzy and Sinful. Oh, as I just on my screen I got DMAC in the wall.
Yeah, losing it to turn 4, which is a part that a lot of drivers struggle through, unfortunately for DMAC.
Yeah, it's a difficult corner on the track. Just on board with Sprunky, I saw him putting a purple sector 1, but run a bit wide after that. So, and Rodzilla is also fast.
Yeah, but looks like Rodzilla has the purple sector 1 currently.
Yeah, I just saw that as well. I need to see who is the first.
Oh, no, I think it's Lewis G92.
Oh yeah, it's a 127.4, and I think it's a good lap to get in. Followed by one of the Ferraris, I think it is. Oh, he got invalidated, so it's Bakker is the next one. The other Alpine 126.7, so that's a big improvement already.
Yes, and Colin coming towards the line as well now. He's got a purple sector 2, and he goes fastest.
Yeah, by 5/10. So the gaps are improving a lot right now.
Yeah, that is a big gap. And interestingly, Sminotla has decided to go on the medium for his first run. Perhaps it's just to test the track, or maybe he wants to be on the medium for the start of the race. So that's interesting.
As Jetfish has gone into P2, not that far off Colin. Oh, and Brent, I think he retired in the pit lane, or... Yeah, surely. Can't see him on track at the moment.
He may have, yes.
Okay, so it's just some people have invalidated as well. FCT I think did, because I saw he said a 126. Oh, a Sprunk, he has lost it at... Oh, he retired from the session. Oh, he lost his back wheel, I think it is. Just caught that again,
Yeah.
so I already caught 2 accidents tonight. It's not a good thing. Commentator's curse is real.
Yeah, really showing how difficult this track is, especially when you're pushing flat out. I found qualifying really difficult yesterday in mid-gear, and I'm sure these drivers pushing even more, I'm sure they're finding it difficult as well. I think Andrew is just coming to the end of his lap now, and he's set a decent Sector 1 and Sector 2, and he goes P7 with a 128 flat.
Yeah, by the way, I just caught Sminotla, who's in the title fight right now, had spun out of the little hairpin, I think it is, so not the optimal result for his medium tires. I'm not sure, just looking at the test right now, he didn't get any damage, so he could go for another lap, but then your tires are overheated as well.
Yeah, I think you only get one set of mediums for qualifying, don't you? So
yeah,
if he does want to start on mediums, which I don't think he does, it may just be at the start of qualifying that he's using these tires. But if he does want to start on these mediums, he doesn't want to be spinning too much.
Yeah, and I saw some people have set up. Oh, I'm not sure what Brandon is doing here. He's just cutting across the track on his in lap probably, because he just set a lap with a 126.6, so that's a good lap. As Pim also went to 126.8, same for Ross to 126.8, and I was set a 127.0, so some people close into the 126s. So the question is, can the Aston Martin cars, who haven't set a competitive lap time yet, challenge for pole position?
Yeah, Sminotla just set a 28.4 as his Sector 1 time, which is about 6 to 8 tenths of Colin. So I guess the mediums not too fast in qualifying.
Yeah, but I tried it yesterday, the mediums, and they were like 1.5 seconds slower than the soft tires, so at least I had that problem on the soft tires compared to the mediums, so I'm not sure if it will work out, the mediums, but we will have to see.
Yeah, and Pim, I'm not sure if he's on a flying lap. He's just invalidated, but he on his second lap on softs, he was quite close to Colin's time, so I guess he's showing pace.
See where Sminotla will end up on his medium tires. It's 127.5, so right now he's with still people have to set some lap times. He's only, yeah, if he will finish 2 positions down from where he is right now, he will get a free tire choice as well. So I'm not sure if your rival is in pole position and you are down the grid with a championship fight. Yeah, I'm not sure if you want to try and win it on strategy, but it's an interesting strategy.
Yeah, it is definitely interesting what he's doing. I guess, yeah, you wouldn't normally see that, someone being on medium for so long, especially while he's wearing them out, but yeah, we'll see what he does towards the end of qualifying. Maybe he'll turn up the pace on his mediums, or yeah, maybe he'll just switch to soft and see what he can do.
Yeah, and we had 2 safety cars yesterday, and Logie had 4 safety cars, so safety cars could also play a factor in your strategy, interestingly enough. So we will need to keep an eye on that one as well.
Yeah, safety car could definitely play a big hand in this race. You're right. Especially with strategy. If there's a late safety car, an early safety car, doesn't matter. It will still play into some people's hands depending on what tyre they chose for the start of the race.
Yeah, and you could see drivers taking a gamble as well, as you know. So
yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Like, saw a few guys taking gambles yesterday, including me staying out on hards. Maybe we could see that again. It didn't work, but yeah, any gamble could pay off in these type of races.
yeah, especially this track as well. Strategy track. So Colin has improved again to 125.8. So he's in he's in the league of his own at the moment. He's almost a second quicker to the guy in P5. So
Yeah, definitely.
Backer is improving as well. So see if he can get any close to him. Oh, he's lost it. Yeah, that's another crash on my screen. So it hasn't worked out that well. I shouldn't. If someone is watching the stream and is driving, you don't want me to switch to your POV right now.
I was just gonna say, Bakker did have a pretty good sector 1 and sector 2, but yeah, fortunately spinning out on I think he lost it on the curb, and yeah, the limited qualifying. But he is in P4 right now, so of course the track is going to improve, but he could have a chance of still staying in the top 10.
Yeah, and his lap isn't that bad, so we will need to keep an eye on where he will finish. As I saw, FCT is improving his time. He was on a quick lap as well. He got a purple sector 1, I think he got. And a purple sector 2 as well, so he could challenge for pole position here.
Yeah, he's looking very fast in the Aston Martin. Let's see what he does coming through the final corner now. And he is a pretty fast driver, so yeah, I do think he has a chance of doing well this race.
Yeah, and he has gone into second place so far. So still good lap from him. I think it's also on him.
That is a really good lap from him, but yeah, still 4 tenths off Colin, so Colin's really fast today. And I'm interested to see what he's doing, because he's been on mediums the whole time, but he still hasn't set a lap. And
yeah, I just saw him cruising around.
Yeah. Oh well, Pee-wee's has gone on softs now.
Yeah, and I saw Sminotla has also gone on onto the soft tire, so we will keep an eye out on him if he can challenge for pole position as well.
Yeah, and he does keep.
Oh,
it's invalidated.
Yeah. Just on that tricky corner there.
Yeah, that corner is really hard to get right, because you could spin quite easily. So, well, you could find yourself quite easily going off the track where he did, and yeah, unfortunately invalidating for the Aston Martin car.
Shit, whoa. Yeah, and I'm not sure if anyone is on the lap right now. Most are in the pit lane.
It looks like Brandon might be on a lap.
I do see a comment from Sinvol in the chat saying, "Who's on comms? It's me, Luke, and Shaq Attack. We are both your commentators for tonight." I think Brandon has also improved last lap it is, because he put a 126.3, so he's not that far off FCT right now. And
he's not, but he is down on his sector 1 and sector 2 times. But that's what it says on TAS right now.
And we don't have a lot of time left in this qualifying session, so I think most drivers are preparing for one final lap.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like Spinotla is preparing for Another lap is he? No, he's pitting. He hasn't set the lap that he's wanted to yet, so he's really in the danger zone now. I think he might only have time for 1 or 2 more laps, and he has to make sure that those are perfect.
Oh, I just was watching Jumajkovic, and he invalidated his lap near the end of his lap, so a bit disappointed from him there. As you see, I think Brand is on the lap on the medium tires. Most drivers are on an out lap again, so just need to keep an eye on that. I think Aldo is in front of him on a lap, so oh no, he's behind. Just on his out lap, so Brand is the next to cross the line, so we'll follow him for a moment on the medium tires.
And of course, Brent hasn't set a lap yet on the medium tires. It'll be interesting to see what he's gonna do.
Oh, I crashed again on my screen. It's unbelievable tonight.
Oof. Again. Wow. Oh yeah.
I think Spritzy will fire me from the job from main comms.
Well, you are very lucky that he is not out and he can do another lap. Because that was close.
Yeah.
Breaking his whole front wing there. AL was also on the lap, and his lap looks pretty solid so far. He's down on his sector 1 time, but
only just I think.
But his sector 2 is looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's still not up on his time, so it will be very close, but still 1/10 will pull him up into the top 10, so any improvements made from him could see him another position. No, he's pulling in, so I think there's not enough time left to go out again. I
should have crashed into
Rotzilla. I just
and he was on a he was on a good lap as well. Ruiz has got a 5 place grid penalty.
Yeah, it was very weird what happened there. His Colin is coming across the line for his final lap, and he improves once again. Unbelievable from him. But I just saw Jetfish is on the lap as well, but I think Rotzilla's car is still on the way a bit.
Yeah, it is. There's a Mercedes driver, I think Banter Brandon, going on his final lap. Yeah, he had to slow down a bit, but I think Rotzilla's car, has despawned. So Banter Brandon and FCT both going. Banter Brandon and Notla both going on their laps.
Still, FCT I think is one of the last ones to cross the line to start his lap.
Yep, he is. Andrew also on a pretty good lap, up on his time by a small margin.
Oh, but he's
he's going down.
So Pooh is improving, with he will drop down. Oh, and he invalidated, so he will drop down to I think last. Oh, Sminotla's crashed again, and it's again. It's unbelievable tonight.
Oh, so is he gonna have time to do another lap then?
No, I don't think so, because I think he got wing damage, doesn't he? Yeah. So it's over. He will start P14.
That's really not good for his championship.
No, and with the battle with Ferrari as well, because both Ferraris are ahead of both Aston Martins, I would say. Ross is ahead of Sminotla and Colin is ahead of FCT, so...
Yeah, and not a lot of people actually improving on their final laps.
Yeah.
Except for TMF5, so he's up by about 2/10.
First to cross the line again is Brandon. He improves to the front of the row. I need to keep an eye on who's going for a lap. Is it Ross? I think it is.
Yep. I think he's finishing his lap. See what he does.
Yeah, P7 he improves. But then we got FCT as well. FCT doesn't, no, it's only just improved, but not enough to get onto the front row. And where is
Five coming to the line now? I think he's on a pretty decent lap, and he goes P5.
P5. Good lap from him as well.
Yeah, that was a big jump.
And I think Jamaicovic is on the lap. He hasn't set a time yet. So we'll see if he can improve. No, he doesn't. So I think that's it, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that is it. So yeah, a lot of drivers not being able to improve their final laps. But Colin, yeah, that's a crazy lap. 4 tenths ahead of second place.
And Colin is looking really good for his championship right now.
Definitely, with Sminola all the way down in P14. And yeah, I'm also interested to see what Rosilla can do and Brent, because they both haven't set laps. Rosilla's lap that he was on seemed pretty good. So yeah, I think the bottom two will have pace come the race.
Yeah, and they do have the free tire choice, so the Faisal at the end, a good lap from him. Both Alfa Romeos have set a good lap. Very competitive from I think you got Colin, SCT and Brandon, and then downwards from that there's not that much gap between the drivers, so really close qualifying. As you see Colin and Brandon on the front row, followed by FCT and Jetfish on the second row. Faisal in P5, good lap from him, and Pim in P6, only just behind. Then on the next row we see Lewis and Ross, the other Alfa Romeo driver and the Ferrari driver. Then a full Alpine row in P9 and P10. Bakker still got P10 despite his crash. Andrew will get the free tire choice in P11, followed by Al in P12. Puri will drop down to the back of the grid because of his penalty. We got Sminotla, our championship battler, I would say, P14, Sprunky P15, Jamaicovic P16, Godzilla in P17, and Brent hasn't set a time in P18 after his crash. So, interestingly, I think Sminotla does move up one spot because of Puri's penalty, so...
yeah, he will, so that will help him. Also in Bakker, he's in the top 10, but he is in 10th, so he's just missed out on that free tire choice. I'm not sure if that's going to ruin his strategy a bit, or if he wanted to start on softs anyway.
Yeah, I had the same yesterday, starting P10, so it's a bit annoying, but yeah, you'll have to see. You are the last on your, I think, 2-stop strategy, because I think the most of the top 10 will try to do 2-stop, but yeah, we will see if he can improve. He's quick, so interesting to see what he can do in the race.
Yeah, I think going to hards, because your tires are so worn out from qualifying, going to hards will be quite difficult. But you can make it work. I nearly made it work yesterday if it wasn't for the safety car.
Yeah, I almost pulled off a soft to medium, but then
yeah,
still the tire wear will be very high, so
it will. It's definitely going to be a gamble if you want to do the one stop, but it could work if maybe there's a really late safety car and strategy plays into your hands.
Yeah, but then again you do have to, your traction will become worse, and around this track I think you need a lot of traction, so I just hope. Maybe I saw we got low gear and high gear, I mean low gear and mid gear, they both got late safety cars, so if we got a Sminotla and Colin P1 and P2 with the safety car restart, that will be fun to watch. That's my prediction for tonight.
That definitely will be fun to watch. So we got the top 10 on softs, of course, and then we kind of got a mix of the bottom 10. We've got Andrew, Sminotla, interestingly, Richard and Brent all on mediums. The rest are on softs, apart from Rosilla going for the hard. So I'm looking forward to see what he could do in the Haas. But yeah, Sminotla on mediums. So if you can get past Andrew pretty quick, and of course AL, then yeah, let's see what his strategy can do.
And he is quick, and if he can pull off the one stop with his strategy and his pace, I think we could see some hunting down from the maybe 2 stoppers who are in front of the grid. So, but we will line up for tonight's race shortly.
Yeah. Let's hope it's a clean start. It's a really tight turn one, so it will really influence overtaking into turn one on the first lap. But all the drivers have to be careful. It's really easy to break your front wing, and you don't want to be doing that in a tier where everyone's so close and so competitive. You don't really want to be breaking your front wing and have to pit one extra time.
Yeah, and if you don't get another safety car, you're basically out of the race already, so you definitely don't want that. I need to see if I can get a good view of the starting grid. It's a bit annoying sometimes if the cameras don't want to.
It should work eventually.
Yeah, I think we will switch on that. It's on this POV right now, so we're waiting for the lights. We got 3, 4, 5 lights. Okay, let's go. And Al already got disqualified, so I'm not sure what happened there, but yes, I think Brandon. Oh, big crash in the back. And
That's Mozilla Brent and AL retired.
yeah, and we got a virtual safety car already, so I need to see if everyone gets through.
Yeah, they're still squabbling for position, so you can get in front. Minotla is still in P13.
Oh, and we got a full safety car. Our video already lost 3 drivers in the beginning there. Oh, and Andrew and Ross collided, so they got a 5-second penalty.
It looks like Puris has damage and Andrew does have damage. Yeah, that was a crazy start. AL being disqualified for reversing off the line. I'm not sure how that happened. Yeah. And then yeah, was it and Brent tangling?
It's a bit of a crazy start, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm just watching it back. I think yeah, Brent just speared across the racetrack, so I guess he got tagged by someone. But yeah, crazy start.
Maybe one of the drivers are reversing on the start. Yeah, Boris, I think you enjoy these. No, I wouldn't say you enjoy it, but it's definitely something fun. But what you will enjoy is that the Alpine both gain 2 positions, so I think yeah, Ross and Andrew both got a 5-second penalty, but if they decide to do a pit stop in this safety car, they already get the penalty removed, so it's not that big of a deal so far. I think for the soft tires, it's definitely interesting. As you see, Colin and Brandon have gone in. Same for FCT. Jetfish has continued, so he has chosen for track positions. But some drivers, a lot of drivers actually, decide to go into pit lane. And right now, one who isn't gaining from this a lot is Sminotla. Interestingly,
he is gaining so much
because most likely a lot of guys that went to the mediums, they all are on a 1-stop left. So Sminotla has gained a lot of positions right now. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I think this is worth for Colin. Sminotla is on 1 lap old tires, and the rest are on fresh medium. So the tire wear gap really isn't that much. So Sminotla right now, I think, does have the upper hand, because I think everyone on mediums currently will be on the same strategy.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how the tire wear is with medium to softs, but that could be possible with the safety cars. And I think Scott in the chat is L right now. You say you can't even select reverse of the line. No, you can't actually. So I'm not sure how that works.
I've heard, unfortunately, I think it might be a glitch in the game. I've heard it happened to someone else.
Yeah, I was holding it close, let it go, and it reversed me. Yeah, because you were already disqualified before just after the lights went out. It's a bit weird situation.
Yeah, you know what? I think it happened to AL second time. I think it happened to him when we were doing 5 lappers as well. So, yeah. Really unfortunate.
Yeah, his luck hasn't been on the side. I think last season in Russia, when he was following or just overtook the safety car, got disqualified as well. So he hasn't had that many luck so far. Interesting. I see some guys have continued on the soft tires. So
yeah, well, what do you think's gonna happen with them? Do you think? Yeah, I mean, I guess they'll just have to push as hard as they can really off the start.
Yeah, oh, Pui has left the session as well, so what is happening here?
Yeah.
It's connection
Hopefully
probably,
he's
or...
going back.
Yeah, it's connection. Again, he had some trouble last race as well. Rotzilla isn't happy as well. He has been very unlucky. Has been caught up in two accidents. One where Pui was on the racing line, and another one where Brent came across. So, and then it's already done for tonight for him.
Yeah, that's really, really unfortunate, especially considering the way this race could go. It could go anyone's way. So
Yeah.
to be retired so early, you are missing out on a lot.
Yeah, and you're missing out on another race, so you were practicing maybe for nothing. So it's a bit annoying as well.
Yeah, very much is.
I just just noticed that the penalties, of course, have been removed as well in the pit stops, so everyone is free from penalties.
Yeah, yeah, that's good for the race and for the drivers. They'll be happy about that. I'm also quite disappointed that Paris has left. I hope he's able to join back again, because he's the only driver on hards. So
Yeah.
it would have been interesting to see what he could do, because he does have pace. So who knows? Maybe even with his hard, he could cut through the field a bit.
And I think the safety car will be going in this lap. So we will keep an eye on that if we get a notification. Yeah, safety car is in this lap, so we will get a restart. And I see Andrew and Ross. I'm not sure what's happening there. I saw on the left on the tables that they overtook each other, but you can't on the safety car.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, it should be all good now. And Jetfish having to leave a big gap to the safety car, so the game doesn't slow him down.
I will just follow from Sminotla's POV right now to get a bit of a view from the safety car. And I think Jetfish has... Oh, Sminotla's lost it! Oh, he's spun! That's not... Oh, watch out for the rejoin. Oh, he's in the last. I need to get up the view. Oh, what's happening with... Jimajkovic just lost it as well. What's he slowing down? A lot of happening right now. And Colin is on P5 and the safety car... The Sots got a good restart.
Yeah, all the soft runners did get a good restart. Colin going to be chasing them now, and I think, yes, we're not just very trigger happy on the throttle there and just lost it. So he'll be wanting another safety car to bring him back into the race. I mean, his pace could definitely do it. He has got a lot of pace, so he'll be able to cut through the field again. But yeah, really unfortunate, as his championship rival and our championship leader is in P5 right now.
Yeah, and he is overtaking Pui, who has dropped his connection, so he needs to gain the places, of course, to even get a chance of the for the fight of the championship. And he's overtaking Jimajkovic as well, who's braking a bit early there, or on the straight, so...
I don't think he wanted to fight that one.
Yeah, Colin is already behind Sprunk, you see. So he's already trying to overtake him.
Can he maybe do it around the outside?
Colin does need to... He doesn't necessarily need to try and gamble everything on these overtakes, knowing your championship rival is down in P13 at the moment, so he's still side by side, so probably Sprunky has chosen for more straight line speed, but he got a clean overtake, and now Brandon, he will try to follow him.
It looks like he might be a bit too far back there.
Yeah, and he will lose out some time here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Colin doesn't have to risk it all, but I guess he wants to get amongst those soft runners to maybe wear out their tyres and just secure just a good position once everyone pits and it becomes a level playing field again.
Yeah, and if he finishes on the podium, no matter what his championship rival does, he will get the championship winner. So he will try to do that as well. And of course, you want to win. I think everyone wants to win. So even if you're the quickest, you never get tired of the winning feeling. So
yeah, of course. Panto also really close to Spunky now, and Spunky might be struggling on his softs. Because Collins gapped him by a bit now. It's the yellow flags, and that's
Faisal's going backwards. Oh, he had Andrew, and that's a bit dangerous from him there.
Oh, that was a dangerous.
And unfortunate for Andrew.
Ooh.
Oh, DRS is enabled. And Smeltler is already up into P11, so he's gaining from all these small incidents. I think Colin is following Bakker so far. So I will quick look if...
Yeah, Colin really close to Bakker, but Bakker doesn't have DRS on the hash driver PIM, so it's going to be a bit easier for Colin.
Yeah.
The FCT also following Brandon and Sprunky then. And I guess he'll want to get past Sprunky because Sprunky is the only person on the softs apart from the top 3.
Yeah, and if he can get past pretty quickly and Colin will be stuck behind these guys, he could close in again. Onto the DRS. Bakker doesn't have DRS, so we need to see if... Oh, and I think the Alfa Romeo has gone off again.
Yes, I saw again.
So Colin hasn't overtaken yet, but so does Brandon. So they're both stuck, and FCT is already on the back of him as well.
Yeah, of course the softs are going to be much faster through the corners, but then the guys behind will gain so much on the straights.
And here goes Colin with the DRS. Oh, it's just switched to the wrong thing there. And he is past, but now I think Bakker has the DRS, but Colin is already too far ahead, so...
Yeah, and Bakker has used a lot of the DRS, but so has Colin. Brandon, not using that much ERS.
He overtook Sprunky though, so he could try and close in again.
Yeah,
maybe lost it again. He's down in the space.
Brandon does look like he has a lot of pace.
Now Colin is still stuck behind the medium cars so far. Oh, I think Brandon went a bit wide. And will he lose to... Oh, Sprunky has run wide as well. Or he has lost some positions. And FCT is passed, so...
Yeah, and that's really not what he wants, because he wants to keep in touch with the soft runners ahead. But he hasn't been able to do that so far.
Just need to keep an eye on Colin while he's cutting through the field, because the soft tires... don't think they have dropped up massively.
Yeah, well, Pim
goes
ahead of Colin. Yeah, 40%. So
Colin has started the fastest lap, but Pim does have the DRS, so on straight line speed you can't really overtake so far. Maybe Jetfish wants to have Pim in his DRS, so Colin has more trouble overtaking. Sprunky has lost another position there. See if Smeltler hasn't gained that many times so far. And Colin is still behind him. While this is happening, the other guys behind, of course, can catch up again. But still, the top 2 cars showing some great pace.
Yeah, Jeff is keeping it controlled, and I guess Smeltler isn't able to make too many overtakes because everyone else around him are on the same tyre. So it's finding it a bit difficult there.
Yeah, Colin right now is using up a lot of ERS as well, and is still not passed, so I hope he doesn't get too... He needs to be patient and not crash out, because then your championship won't be decided tonight. He is looking though, so
definitely. I guess he's getting a move on. Oh, that's Spanky who's gone.
Spun. Oh,
He has to
watch out for
give way to
Spinola.
Spinola.
Colin has already got past no, after the DRS or anything. No, yeah, or before, I'm not sure.
It was before. Tim now has DRS, but Colin will have DRS on Jetfish. And could Colin go for the leads on this lap? He might have a chance to.
I think it's a bit too far right now. But then again, we need to wait for the other DRS zones. Because right now Jetfish doesn't have DRS, of course, because no one is in front of him.
Yep, and Spanky in for hard tires, and I guess he will be trying to go to the end.
Brandon hasn't closed in that much so far.
And FCT is still keeping behind Brandon.
Yeah, they are following him.
Tim losing touch to Colin then. Colin really showing his pace as the soft tires start to wear out and deteriorate, and Jetfish, I see struggling a bit on the traction zones, and this could be a good opportunity for Colin to get past.
Yeah, and I think he will wait for the DRS detection, and then it's an easy overtake. But Jetfish does have a lot of ERS, so. But then again, the ERS and slipstream is way too overpowered. There he goes.
Yeah. He's not using any power as well, so he might try to get back past Colin on the second straight after turn 3.
And I saw that one of the soft runners, Becker, has gone in, so we will see what he can do on these softer tires, or his new tires from the soft tires. What I was trying to say. Yeah, right now the soft tires, of course, they have gone pretty far, and I think Bakker has gone to the mediums, and still it's 20 laps or so. But I tried the same yesterday as Brandon has crashed. Oh,
We have to let everyone go. Sminotla's gonna gain from this up into BA for Sminotla.
Yeah, and the question is, does he have any damage? I did see some parts from the wing damage, so
he may have to pit.
Yeah, and with his strategy is a bit unfortunate, because he could go to another set of mediums because he started on the soft, but still really annoying to make an extra pit stop.
Yeah, because this is about the time where, and he gets a penalty as well, this is about the time where the soft runners will come in, as Jetfish and him demonstrate. So they've gone in, and yeah, I think Brandon would have wanted to stretch out his tyres. So FCT into second, and Colin is now controlling the race.
Yeah, and Brandon got a 10-second penalty for track limit, so he's... Oh, and he's into the wall, and he's done. He lost 2 wheels there, so it doesn't trigger a safety car so far, which is good, of course, but it will be interesting to see the safety car.
Yeah, Bakker did undercut Pim up into 9th place.
Yeah. So I think Brandon was really frustrated with himself there, and then he decided to crash out. So not that many points scored by Mercedes tonight. So not last in the constructors battle. One Aston Martin is following a Ferrari, and another Aston Martin is following the other Ferrari. So with only, I think, 8 points between them in the constructors, this is a very interesting result so far.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I'm guessing Russell want to do as much as they can to keep Spinola behind, to help his teammate in the Drivers' Championship and his team in the Constructors' Championship as well.
Yeah, and Colin right now, of course, in the lead Even if he drops to P4 right now, and he will still be out of Smotla, he will get the championship title. So he's looking really good so far, almost halfway into the race.
Yeah, he just needs to keep it consistent now, and he can shut out a bit. He doesn't have to push too much. He can keep his tires nice and cool, and hopefully not make any mistakes.
Just got a good overtake from Bakker there. He's up into P8 on his new fresher tires, and Sinvol's telling in the chat, what was that meant to Brandon? Yeah, I don't know too, to be fair. Don't know what happened, but we will see.
Yeah, I think we definitely don't advise the age quitting out of the race. Yeah, if you really want to, then do it in the pits. But yeah, definitely don't advise that, especially because it could cause another safety car.
Yeah, and it's just not good for the league as well to show that.
Yeah, Andrew locking up quite a bit, and him might have to run on his fresh mediums, and he has to get as close to Bakker as he can. Is he gonna go through it? He does.
Oh, good overtake, and he's passed. So also Jetfish was also on the soft tires, and he chose for the hard tires. So Bakker is already behind him on track.
Yeah, of course Bakker is going to be faster at this stage of the race, but Jetfish could be going to the end, and Bakker, I guess, could go to the end, but towards the...
Yeah, the tire will get very high, but it is possible, so... But he probably will overtake right now, and then Jetfish will get a better tire wear at the end. There he goes. Into P7. And to be fair, all the other cars still are on 10 or 12 lap old medium, so they can't go to the end. So this could be for the first position on track so far. And Jetfish is trying to get back past again, and he is back.
Yeah, so. And if Colin pits now, he would definitely have the... I think he'll still get out ahead of Bakker. So I don't think Bakker's going to get into the lead because the gap right now is... the gap right now is 25 seconds to Colin.
Yeah, that's a bit too much, I think. And then, of course, Colin will get another fresh set of tires, so... But still, Bakker could see a really good result compared to the other drivers in front of him.
It definitely does have potential, yeah. He's definitely gonna. He might even get past his Alpine teammate D-Mac.
Yeah, and just switched on board to him. He is doing pretty good so far in P3. It's a bit of a quiet race yet. Starting from, I think, P9 it was. But he is into P3 right now.
Yeah, Bakker going past Jetfish up into P7, but Jetfish still keeping with him into the braking zone, and he will have DRS back into turn 4. And could this be another change of positions again?
He does have to, I think I was left the session. I thought someone had retired.
Jetfish does keep behind Bakker, but he will have DRS again into P7, but Bakker does have to fresh up faster tires, so he will really he has to work hard to keep close to the Alpine car.
Yeah, and he is gaining 6 tenths so far. But then again, Jetfish does have DRS on this straight.
Yeah, and I think all this racing is really helping Jetfish because it's just wearing out Bakker's medium tires, and it's making sure that Jetfish is close to Bakker, so if Bakker does pit, Jetfish will gain a lot from it.
True. And this is also, Pim is also smiling, I think, because he's seeing these cars ahead fighting and he's gaining a lot of time.
Yeah, he is. He's not been able to get into the DRS zone yet, but if these two drivers in front of him start fighting, then he does have a good try doing it.
And I noticed Spinotla has gained some time as well, as we see yellow flag, I think it is.
Faisal
again backwards on the same part. and Jetfish and again getting a run. But now Bakker's out of ERS, and now he tries the outside, defending the inside. It's better to defend the inside than this particular corner. And he is still ahead, so good defending from Bakker there. But Jetfish still has a lot of ERS, so it isn't over just yet.
It isn't. Bakker has 20% ERS, and Jetfish has 50. Faisal Pitts retires in the pit.
Yeah.
In the pits, unfortunately. Jetfish doing really well to keep this Bakker here. Really, really well, considering he's on the slower tires right now.
Yeah, and I think with the safety, the DRS and the ERS following him, it isn't hurting his tires and is hurting Bakker's tires because he needs to defend, so he's doing a good job.
Definitely. I mean, Bakker's tires are already nearly on 20%. With 4 laps,
they still need half a race, so... Oh, and now Pui is ahead of a bit of... on an annoying way, but he does have DRS.
Yeah. So Jetfish is definitely not going to be happy, but he's still gaining with the slipstream. Not close enough to make a move into turn 1 there.
And Pim is also closing him, and then Pui is annoying. No, he got wing damage there. Or does he get wing damage? Oh, Pim as well. Oh, Pim, what are you doing, mate?
Oh, yeah, what?
He has got a safety car. So interesting. I don't think Pim knew that Pui wasn't racing because he was in the computer AI, and he got fed up with him, and then he tried to take him out on track. But still, why would you do that?
Yeah,
a weird move.
It definitely is. Yeah.
This is helping all the top 6 cars, as Bakker got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car, so that is really annoying for him.
It is, and he can't take it during the safety car. He has to take it after the safety car. So that's not going to help him. The safety car does help the top drivers, so they're going to go to the end. Colin Pitts, let's see where he goes to.
I don't think anyone will choose for the soft tires. Tire-wise,
I mean, they could, but yeah,
Colin has chosen it for the soft tires, so, and now CT is choosing for the mediums. So we got a different strategy here. That's interesting. As DMAC is also choosing for the soft tires, and same does Lewis. Where does Ross go to? Ross is going to the medium tires. Minotla is going to the soft tires. So we got a different strategy at both, and I think he got hold up. I'm not sure what's happening there. And where does Bakker go to? Also to the soft tires. So a lot of people choosing for the soft tires, and we do see some cars choosing the medium tires. So one Ferrari and one Aston Martin on the medium, the other one is on the soft tires.
I think it was quite smart, the soft runners, because they'll just be faster for the restart. Yes, they'll have a bit of tire wear towards the end, but at the start and for the majority of the remaining race, they will be much faster than the medium runners. So I think FCT and Ross do have their work cut out for them.
So I've just reading the Highgate chat. If you're gonna, and Pim telling, if you're gonna retire, please do it in the pits, man. You ruin the race. But Colin hasn't retired, or I mean Pui hasn't retired. He's lost connection, so he can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I think yeah, there's yeah, but yeah. Also, once you lose connection, I don't think you're allowed to join back, unfortunately. So this was nothing Puig could have done.
Yeah.
Right. So
the safety car isn't going in this lap, I think, or it will be very late.
Yeah, it's not going in this lap. Sprunky's also on a medium, so I'm interested to see what he could do. Purita's Well, Paris is in the middle of Andrew and Richard right now. So
Oh, that's really annoying.
yeah, it will be for the Williams driver. And back out with a traffic penalty. That's really going to destroy his race, I think, unless there's another safety car.
Yeah, and he's looking, because with everyone getting a free pit stop effectively and closing up again, he was really into the fight for some good points, but it isn't over yet. We can see everything still can happen, so we already lost 12, and if I can pull you with it, 7 drivers, I mean 6, and we with pull 7, so yeah, if you if you stay on track, you will still get a lot of points.
Yeah, I think with a lot of these league races, especially at this track, if you stay on track, yeah, as you said, you will get a lot of points. We saw that in low gear where half of our grid retired, in mid gear with the safety cars and the strategy, and now here where a lot of drivers have retired. There's been safety cars.
Yeah,
And yeah,
and with our different point system, with the top 15 getting points, even if you're down in P11 right now, you still get some points. So yeah, just try to stick it out, and maybe some safety car will happen, and then you're back in the race. So I do think, I mean, of course the safety car is taking some laps. With the but the tire from Colin is already at 8%, and seeing that the medium tires of FCT and Ross are at 4%, so they're, and it's still 11 laps to go. And I know for myself that the safety car is going in, by the way, but the soft tires does get a lot of tire wear per lap. So if Colin needs to make another pit stop, but then again almost everyone behind has to do the same, so it will be, it's very interesting to what's happening here with strategy.
I definitely don't think the soft runners will pit, but they have to be careful not to spin or distraction come the end of the race. So yeah, it's going to be difficult for them, definitely.
FCT and Colin are almost side by side to each other, and Colin is going, and I think FCT got a good restart, and Bakker has gone into the pit lane, I think, to serve his drive-through penalty.
Yeah.
Everyone closing in, and Ross is trying. Ross is zapped. And what's Minotla doing? Watch out, 3 wide. Where's Ross? Ross has lost some places.
Colin then still leading.
Yeah. Minotla is in P5, and he's not that far off Colin, but still, he needs to hope that Colin will DNF or something to even get a bit of a chance, to get a chance at winning the driver championship, because right now Colin is looking to win it, but still it's 10 or 11 laps to go, and that's a lot actually.
It is a lot, yeah, but well, FCT has already lost 1.2 seconds.
And Colin is pushing.
Yeah, he is. So he's going to be wearing out his tyres faster, but he's going to have the gap for the end when his tyres do start to wear out.
Yeah, and then he just needs to nurse his tyres to the end, and then, as we see, I was just following Jetfish, who is also on the soft tyres, and Ross is ahead on the medium tyres. So yeah, at this point it looks like the mediums is the wrong choice, but with the amount of laps remaining, you don't know. So, and right now T-Mac is following and trying to see if he can overtake, and Smiltla's are almost behind his teammate on track, so that's really interesting. And now D-Mac is going for it. Does he have the slipstream or extra overspeed? He doesn't, so he will just stick behind. Same for Smiltla, and Jetfish has overtaken Ross, and he's under pressure from Andrew right now.
Yeah, and all this fighting is really letting Colin pull away and run away with his championship.
Yeah, and if I do keep an eye on the tests on this tire wear. His tire wear is like getting 5-6% per lap, so he is really pushing. But that's interesting because we want to see what the tire wear does. So that's good for us, for the viewers.
Yeah, nearly 20. Funky gets a penalty, unfortunately. Nearly 20% tire wear, and still 9 laps to go. So
Yeah, and
it's gonna be interesting.
if you, by calculation, if you lose like 6% per lap, at 5 laps you already get 30%. So that means you will already be at around 45 to 50% at lap 26 or 7. So interesting to see what that happened. But DRS is now enabled, so
Yeah, that's really gonna help T-Mac because FCT doesn't have DRS.
yeah. Need to get a good shot. He is following with the DRS, with the ERS around the outside. He does have more traction, of course, on the soft tires. Oh, beautiful helicopter shot there. Oh, and Spinoza and Lewis have crashed, and that's, I think, championship done for Spinoza. I didn't yeah, and he got 5-second penalty, well. So oh, that's really unfortunate. So I think if I saw it correctly on the side of my screen, I think Spinoza was ahead and he tried to cut in front of him and then it didn't work out. But yeah, I think
it like Lewis was just like T-boning Spinoza. So yeah, maybe you are right there.
Kimi Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel also the same teams. A bit of a coincidence, but situation. So I think Colin has got it done if he doesn't DNF, but I don't think he will. So also in the constructors championship, Ross now is some points ahead of Spinoza, so interesting to see that as well. We got a lot of viewers, so it's exciting to see Colin maybe winning his first championship as Ross got overtaking. It is his first championship in RPM, so because he didn't win last season. He was very close to it, even though he's missing almost 2 or 3 races.
This shows his really good pace.
Yeah, and I think to be fair, he did have some dominant performance, but also some races where it wasn't that easy. So it's interesting to see, and I think, well, from myself knowing Colin as a teammate, a quick driver, you learn a lot from him, and hoping to see maybe next season he will get another challenge ahead of him. Maybe FCT, if he has a bit more luck, he can challenge because he is quick, of course, and maybe new tracks as well.
Yeah, FCT is very, very quick. Unfortunately, not really able to challenge for the championship right now, but he's a very quick driver, and yeah, who knows what he could do next season. But Jetfish really close behind him. I think the soft tyres, they're starting to slow down a bit, but I think they're still a bit faster than the mediums right now. And he will have DRS. FCT will also have DRS on DMAC.
And there's the DRS train as FCT is going for it on the inside. And he does get past. And same for Ross behind, so the medium tires are, I think, starting to get more grip than the soft tires right now. But then again, DMAC is coming back because he does have the DRS. And Jetfish can't follow as well. Oh, and he went a bit wide, and now Jetfish tries to see if he can hang on. Ross on the outside here, getting overtaken, I think again. Ooh, side by side on this left-right section. But Andrew overtaken. Andrew in P5 at the moment, so good result from him as well. And I think just seeing Colin is loving this fighting at the moment because it means he can pull away even more.
Yeah, he's really pulling away. 4.5 seconds now, and these guys are still fighting. Now that the medium tires are starting to get a bit faster, they're going to be fighting even more with FCT trying to get past the Alpine driver, and that's just going to allow Colin to gain and extend his lead even more. But FCT not able to challenge into the final corner. He might be able to challenge with the DRS though.
Just keeping the shot of Jetfish again, because you get a good view on the run. Because Jetfish does have the double slipstream right now. Oh, D-Mac defending very hard there. He does have the DRS again for the next part, and oh, bit of jumping over the curbs. And then Jetfish is passed, there was again. And now, oh, he's almost lost it. Can Jetfish overtake two people in two corners on the outside?
It's gonna be close.
Oh, it's a bit of touching there. But he pulled it off, so amazing from him. 2 overtakes in, I think, just a few corners, so
yeah, Jetfish from 4th all the way to 2nd now and into the podium. That's a, if it stays like this, it's going to be a great result from him, because he started in P4, so it's going to be making up 2 positions, and that's a lot of points for his title, because also FCT and Jetfish are 3rd and 4th in the championship, so yep. I think Jetfish will want to beat FCT with only a 4 gap difference. I meant a 4-point difference, should I say?
Yeah. And I noticed Ross has overtaken Andrew again, so just having a bit of a view on the battles happening behind the top as well, as we search back to the I think D-Mac has lost it, so it's a bit unfortunate there. Oh, and Andrew, and oh, that's a big crash, and oh, Andrew, so unfortunate. And then we got another safety car. This is interesting, because now Lewis and Becker, they are behind everyone, and they already can make the pit stop. So, and even the cars with the 3-second penalties right now, I think it's Jamajkovic, Sprunky and Spinella, they will lose out massively because of this last safety car. So a bit of an unsafe rejoin from him. And what will FCT and Ross do? Because right now, oh, what's happened to Ross? Why is he talking down the order? Do you see that as well, or is it just me?
Yeah, I think
it's a glitch, I think, or I hope it's a glitch. Not a glitch, but that is my time, so I just streaming up.
Yeah, no, it happened to me as well. I'm not sure what happened there. Hopefully it fixes
because
itself.
He's behind, on my screen he's behind Andrew and D-Mac, but I'm not sure how that's possible. Because he was ahead
on the track, he's in P3, I think?
Yeah, 4, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, he's left the session, his connection, but
that's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, he was in P4, but I'm not sure how it works right now. Need to see, because he dropped down to P11 and he disconnected.
Yeah, that's really weird.
FCT is choosing for them.
Oh, I think Jetfish just dummied him there. FCT.
Same for Ross and Jamajkovic, Sprunky, and Smiltla almost overtaking Sprunky in the pit lane. Yeah, I see Ross is now overtaken both the cars. So what I think happened is he got set back a lap. Oh, he's rejoined again. That's not very nice. You can't do that, but yeah, because now it says minus 31 seconds to the car ahead. So something is weirdly happening. I just don't hope it's glitched up the whole lobby, because then we were so close to the end and it's fucked up again. Oh, I can't say that. Sorry. Need to watch my
yeah, no. Let's hope it doesn't mess the lobby up.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't. I just don't know why Colin and Jetfish didn't pit, because look now.
Yeah,
they're on old softs, and Jetfish dummied FCT. Jetfish looked like he was going to go into the pits, and then he didn't. But I think that could come back to bite him, because, well, the top 2 are just on really 1 tires now.
Yeah, and my laptop has crashed, so it's back down. So you need to tell me the tire wear so far. I can't see that again.
Okay, I'll tell you now.
And Lewis has left the session as well.
Yeah, and with the gaps aren't working properly.
Oh, that's so.
we've got 2 laps. Well, yeah, 2-3 laps to go. So let's just hope everything goes well.
I just hope it's screwing up again. It's so annoying.
Yeah, let's hope
I
it's
just
safe.
hope it's a safety car. That's why the gaps are not showing.
Yeah. So we've got Colin on 40% and Jetfish on 30%. Well,
Alright.
yeah, 40% as well. So,
I
yeah,
think FCT is looking really good.
Yeah, FCT really is looking good. But still, Colin only needs to finish ahead of Sminotla to win.
Yep.
Yeah, and the gaps are coming back now.
Oh yeah, okay, just finally. And I think Ross and Lewis has gone into pit lane again. I think Ross is driving manually again, I'm not sure. Just need to... Because now he's chosen the soft tires. And he has gone in 1 lap ago as well. And Lewis is chosen for the medium tires, so I think Lewis is disconnected. It's still after this only 2 laps, so it's not that much. Anything can happen, it's just a sprint for the last lap. Almost. Because I don't think the DRS will be activated, right?
It won't. It's the exact same scenario as yesterday.
Yeah.
Except a few laps less. A few racing laps less. So,
yeah, I think the same happened in low gear. If I'm correct.
I'm not sure if it did. It might have. Can't remember that far back.
I remember that Lewis joined as well, so you can't do that, guys. It's not allowed. Oh, what's Ross doing?
Yeah. Oh no, he's giving them back. I think he went into AI or something, and then it just screwed up.
Or he thought he was still in P4.
Yes, maybe. Because his gap isn't showing up. So yeah, unfortunately for him, he'll just have to stay behind. But yeah, this is really helping Colin and Jetfish, because although they're on 1 tire, they'll only have 2 laps to descend with no DRS as well. And Puis, his car will have to rejoin, but it looks like it's going to rejoin, and safety car isn't this lap.
Oh, and Ross collided with Lewis. Oh, Lewis has lost his wing. I'm not sure what's happening here at the back of the grid with these guys, but yeah, bit of a weird situation right now. But we do get another safety car restart, the 3rd one of tonight, and the final one, with only 2 racing laps to go. And Colin is looking for the championship as we follow FCT, who's on the fresher tire right now. When does Colin go? Colin goes right now, and Jetfish is really close behind. Jetfish does have a really good safety car restart here. Into turn 1, Jamaicovic again pulling to the side, I saw that as well. And Jetfish on the inside, Colin on the outside. Oh, it's really close on the inside. Oh, Jetfish is going for the inside now. He has the better line into the next corner.
Colin's going to try and go all the way around the outside. FCT is also trying to get in there as well. A bit of contact on the exit.
Colin doesn't need to crash, of course.
Wow, Colin's really going for it. I've been around the outside into the section.
Oh, yeah, and now we got FCT is trying to have a little look as well. Oh, he got pushed wide by Jetfish, and now Sprunky is passed, so Sprunky's into P3, and Smiltlau is not that far behind as well. So it's really close, and FCT is back again, and now Smiltlau has gone back. And Becker is also in the fight as well, a bit behind. He's seeing everything happening in front of him. And
Sprunky he's made 9 positions, so he's come from so far back. It's been a really good race that from him, and yes, we're not up into P4 now, but Colin is in the podium, so he will still win the championship if it stays.
We do got, I think, almost 1 lap to go. Colin is weaving on the straight, trying to break the slipstream here. And it's all about the last lap. Will FCT allow Smiltlau going past, or will they both go for the overtake? Because Jetfish is also closing it now. FCT is on the outside. Braking lane, he needs to get past to get another chance at the win. And Smiltlau is doing the switchback. Can he overtake both of them? He's on the inside. It's 3 wide.
One into turn 4.
Oh, touching. I think everything.
Oh,
and Jetfish has lost it.
And Spinotto now into P3, FCT in P2, but they are quite far back from Colin.
Yeah, I think Colin, yeah, and he needs to finish outside of the top 3. So if he, even it doesn't matter what Simela does, if he finishes on the podium, he's champion. So it's looking very good for him. But then again, I see Ross is 1 minute behind, but he's on track. He's in P5 or something. So it's really weird situation there. A bit unfortunate.
He just gets a lap down.
Maybe need to report to the stewards from what happened there. And DMAC has left the session, but we, FCT, if we got another lap, FCT will be closing in for the win. Oh, Spinotto got a 3-second penalty. So Becker could be into the podium places. And we will round up to our Ferrari driver. He's coming to the last corner. He has had a great season up till now. And he's winning again, and he's won the championship in high gear. Our first driver champion from season 2, and very big congratulations to him from that result. FCT in P2 just behind, and Bakker got on the podium as well. So good race from him after that drive-through penalty. Smotla in P4 unfortunately can't catch Colin anymore in the championship, as we got Sprunky in P5, Jamaicovic P6, Jetfish unfortunately after that last lap in P7. Lewis finishing P8, and Ross with his magic 1 lap down in P9, and then Pui P10. So I know you can. Colin said to me in the beginning he can't join the commentator in the question, so that's a bit unfortunate there. But I think we could try to get in FCT and Bakker. I think Bakker will join. So
yeah. But yeah, what a season from Colin, really. Been, well, he's been so fast all season, and yeah, getting the championship with still 3 races to go.
Yeah, and already winning 8 out of the 9 rounds, and that's very dominant performance, and I think they deserve champion. If you can win almost all the races, then in the highest division. And I think we just need to wait if someone wants to join the comment.
Yeah, of course. Do you want to go for the positions then?
Yeah, as you see, Colin has, of course, has won the race with the fastest lap as well, followed by FCT in P2. Becker has gone into P3. Spinotla unfortunately dropped into P4 at the end with his 3-second penalty. Sprunky has gone into P5, also a 3-second penalty. Jamaicovic in P6. Jetfish losing out on the last lap in P7. Lewis in P8. Ross magically a lap down in P9. Pui in P10 after losing his connection, and then we got a lot of DNF drivers from Andu, DMAC, Pim, Faisal, Brandon, Brent, Frotzilla, and L, all DNFing out of the race. So a lot of DNFs tonight. Crazy race, and I think we still got the stewards got a lot of things to do even after.
Yeah, definitely. That was well, all week it's been crazy races, really. Yeah, and championship being won in one of them. There've been so many safety cars, so much drama, so many overtakes, so many crashes. Yeah, I think that this race has been really enjoyable to watch, and all week it has. And I think Becker is going to join us with.
Yeah, I'm stuck on the results screen, so it's a bit annoying, but we'll just have to stick with that. And we are getting joined by one of the guys on the podium. So I think we can start with him, because I'm not sure if the other guys will join. But yeah, Becker, that's your podium again.
Yeah, what a surprise, right?
Yeah, we were hoping you were getting a podium, because you were looking good on the strategy, and then unfortunately the drive-through, we thought it screwed up.
I completely messed up.
But then you got back in the race again.
Yeah, absolutely. That safety car saved my ass. But I need to be honest, yeah, I can't lie. I put a lot of practice in, and the pace was decent as well. And then I chose the right strategy, but then I messed up with that drive-through, because I was so busy changing my strategy that I forgot the delta. I'm such a knob.
Yeah, well, your race really has been up and down. But you did have really good pace, I can't lie. But yeah, your drive-through did ruin it a bit, but somehow you did manage to get back into the podium, which it was a good surprise.
I believe Sminotla picked up 3 seconds in one of the last corners.
Yeah.
He
And that was the only reason I shoveled into the podium. So
But you still
also
have to
lobby
be there,
didn't.
so.
I don't
Yeah,
know
that you
what
have to be
happened. The lobby
consistent.
didn't look too strong on my screen as well, because at the end the Ross G was overtaking
Yeah.
me, but on my screen it said it well he was P9, so I was already a bit fuming. He messed up while I was in close to Sprunky, who had get 3 seconds as well. I was about to fight, just hang back and hope those guys take a penalty, but then Ross came in between, made it really hectic.
Yeah, the lobby was
Yeah,
looking
Ross got
really-
put a lap behind somehow, out of nowhere. So need to see how that happened. He was up in P4, I think, and then all of a sudden he was down in P11. So bit unfortunate from him there. I think he didn't know exactly what was going on, so could be a bit of
Yeah.
confusion. And
All
also,
I know was I noticed that Ross joined back in during the race, and I don't know if that caused a desync or anything, but
yeah, I'm not sure. I think the lobby hasn't been the best since that moment. But yeah, we will see. And also, then I do want to ask a question about the qualifying, because I was following you on board, and if you watch the stream back, you will see it happening. It was a bit of frustrating again, I think, to see that you then finished in P10 because you didn't get the free tire choice, but you're still on the old tires and not the optimal. I think you had a lot of pace, so the qualifying.
the qualifying was really bad from my side. The first one I wasn't that lap wasn't too bad. I went for a banker first, and then the lap I binned it, I actually had 2 purple sectors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're looking
yeah.
really fast there.
I got new pedals since today, and I'm really getting used to this because it feels way different.
Yeah.
So let me use that as an excuse. Actually, I just binned it, but
Yeah, still a good result. I mean, you finished behind, I think, one of at least very quick drivers in the high gear. So podium is really good result. So
I'm happy with that. Hopefully Spritzy as well. Got some Alpine points for him.
yeah, our rival Alpine
Yeah, a lot
from the
of,
Ferrari side.
You guys both got points. Yeah, your teammate down in P12 still getting points, and you getting a load of points. So yeah, that is really good for Alpine and your constructors.
Yeah,
so
super happy with that. Also, Promise Robastian, his car was in safe hands.
So you did stay with, you did what you said. So very well done.
Yeah.
And congratulations to you.
Yeah, thanks for comms, guys. I don't know if there's another podium.
No, I think Colin messaged me before the race that he was busy and he couldn't join, so bit unfortunate because he is the champion, so we can't
Yeah,
get
he
a
just
champion.
became the high gear champion, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got the title, so we can't get an interview from him, but we will see in the chat. I think the viewers, most of the viewers, they wouldn't know, but we will tell next week. So yeah, thank you for joining us.
Big congrats to Colin in that case. Stunning season from him.
Yep. So that was high gear in Bahrain, another crazy race after 2 crazy races in Bahrain again. We will be back next week in Monza, where we will have a full qualifying. If I'm correct, it hasn't changed, I think.
No.
Alright, so we will be back in Monza. Already one champion has been decided. In the other 2, mid and low gear, the championship is still on. So tune in next week in RPM again, and I will see you next week, and I wish you a very good night.